Good morning, lovely ladies and fellas. They're ready to come to greener pastures. Good morning. Come on, babies. Good morning. There they go. They'll be happy a few more days. Hey y'all, it's Megan and Andy. Welcome back to the channel. Glad y'all are here today. Come spend some time with us today. I am still, you just ain't ever gonna guess it, working my way through tomatoes.
Is it ever going to end?
Well, we'll enjoy it come. I'm trying not to complain. We'll enjoy it come winter time. So I am going to make more sauce today. Now, I've already got a full how-to on that, but I'll be piddling my way through that. What do you got to do today?
I don't even know. There's stuff in the garden that needs to be done. I told Megan the other day that I'm at that point in the year where I'm kind of like done with the garden. At the springtime, I feel like I would never say that.
Every spring.
Every spring. And then we get to this point in August where it's just hot and humid and you just don't want to do anything in the garden.
I'm going to go in here and start cutting up my tomatoes.
All right, well, I think before I really get into anything, I got to go down here and water these blueberries that I keep forgetting to water. I noticed the other day that one of them was starting to show signs of struggling a little bit, so I need to water them. Anyways, well, while I'm down here at your truck, I'm going to address this really quick. Had a ton of comments asking, how's Megan's truck doing? Still driving it, still running. She's still here. Nothing much has changed since the last time y'all saw it. Still don't have good brakes. I haven't worked on them anymore, but we have been driving it. We drive it around here a lot, actually. And yeah, she's still here, still doing good. I plan to get all this stuff fixed on it. It's just haven't had time. And it's been hot. I think I've used that as an excuse too. It's been hot. But yeah, I need to water everything this morning. Everything needs water. So I read somewhere, I think it was on a local blueberry farmer's post, that summertime was the time to fertilize your blueberries. And so I went and bought me some of the organic blueberry fertilizer. I got it down at Tractor Supply one day. You see it there? Still handfuls of it. The day I put it out, it was supposed to have done all this raining, and it never did. I think it might have had a half a tenth on that fertilizer since I put it out. So I'm going to water everything in. And plus these blueberries need to be watered anyways. Still waiting on these peaches to ripen up. Having a lot do that right there. Getting bad spots in them before they ever ripen. Just like that one. I'm glad all of our peaches ain't been that way. So in that guy's Facebook post, like I said, it's a fairly local blueberry farm to us. And he posts tips on blueberries and stuff like that all the time. And of course advertises his business too. But his thing, he said, you obviously need to fertilize blueberries in the springtime when they're fixing to start putting out. But then after they drop berries, after you're done with berries, you want to put a little bit of fertilizer around them too to help promote new growth. Because summertime is when blueberries put on new growth, according to him. I'm no blueberry expert. I'm only repeating what I read in his post. But summertime is when blueberries are supposed to be putting on new growth. And then next year, if I remember right, that new growth this year is what will have berries next year. I believe that's how it was. Don't quote me on that one. But anyways, these blueberries that I'm doing right here are the ones we just planted back in the springtime. I think we had that on video as well. They haven't had any new growth at all this year, but we've not had any rain either. And I have neglected to water them like I should have over the past month or so.
Everybody needs a pig bucket, right?
I got all my blueberries watered. And while I was watering, I found something that I think the boss lady's gonna really like. Another ripe cantaloupe. Yeah, it's definitely ripe. Boy, that thing smells good. That cantaloupe smells good, but I ain't about to eat it. I believe might have another one here. Yep, fell right off that stem. 2 ripe cantaloupes. And one, yep, that is no good. I don't know what happened to that one. But I know somebody will like it though. It didn't even bust, it's so soft. Roll plumb into the fence. Ain't that aggravating? There we go. Maybe they'll peck at it. I'll tell you what, Jacob's got him some pretty chickens. Yeah, they'll figure it out in a minute. So, I saw something else while I was watering. And I told y'all a lie. I said none of these new blueberry bushes had any new growth on them. Well, this whole run down through here's got quite a bit of new growth. See, that one's got new growth in the center. Then that one has a little bit of new growth on it. We got some beautiful Bermuda grass growing right next to it too. Somebody tell me what's wrong with this one. Now this one was planted 2 years ago. It's been here, yeah, 2 years. And just look at that. I want to say that's like an iron deficiency, most likely from the soil pH not being low enough, but some blueberry expert tell me what's going on with that thing. And it's looked like it's all year. That bush has not had pretty green growth on it all year long. It's just been that light color. But down here next to these cantaloupes, these bushes have grown really good. Well, underneath the cherry tomato there, this is the blueberry bush that was planted also at the same time the yellow one I just showed you. And it has put out a ton of new growth because if y'all remember, if you've been around long enough, this blueberry bush got tore back plumb to here by deer last year. And so all of this is new growth from this year. And then it's just recently put out even more new growth. So it's apparently happy. Then this blueberry bush was planted this year. So right there's all the growth that was on it when I bought it. And all of that right there is brand new growth. Now I'll leave this, but from my understanding, you could take that new growth and take clippings right now and root them to propagate more. But at the moment, where our bushes are still so small, I kind of want that new growth on there. I don't want to be cutting it off. Now our established blueberries that's over here, they've all done fairly well this summer. The ones that's over here in the weedy berry hill now, we're gonna start calling this weedy hill instead of berry hill. Yeah, right here's one of them. And it's not put on a bunch of late new growth, except for like right there on the tips. But it's looking pretty good. Y'all just look at the weeds, which not all of this is weeds. A lot of this is this stuff taking over. That lemon balm, it is just flat out taking over out here. See, these have all got some good size to them. But I have another one right up here too that resembles. Goodness, I need to get in here and weed around this one. That may be why it looks like it. Golly, the weeds have took it. But that one resembles a lot of the other one I just showed you. I mean, it's obviously not a very healthy bush. I don't know if it's a variety thing or what, because just right up the hill there, I got that other bush that's doing excellent. So I don't know. Blueberries are some finicky plants, that's for sure. Well, let's take these two cantaloupes up to the house. And then I'm not 100% sure which direction I'll be heading. I know what I need to do, I just don't know what I want to do.
Oh, yay. I don't need all my other two. That's exciting.
So you had one that I threw into Jacob's chickens. It was rotten.
Did I leave it too long?
No, it looks like the bugs messed it up.
Because I've been trying to keep an eye on them.
But yeah, that's a nice one right there.
That's a very nice one. And the thing with cantaloupes, you probably already told them, like they just let go. Like when they're ripe, you shouldn't have to pull them. You shouldn't have to do nothing.
Yeah, when I touched them, they just rolled.
Yeah.
You got one more that may possibly make something.
That's pretty.
And that's it.
Them plants have done good down there, though.
They have.
Cantaloupe is my favorite.
My question is now, what do you need me to go do in the garden or anything? Is there anything I need to help you do? Let me ask you that.
I don't think so.
Because, you know what I think I'm going to go do? I'm going to go do something I've been saying I'm going to do for a month.
What?
Listen up there. I'm going to go up there and toot them belly pans on that bulldozer, I reckon, while it's cool outside.
That's a good idea.
It don't feel that bad out there today.
Very good idea.
It's humid, but man, it feels nice compared to...
Well, the sun ain't blaring either, so...
Yeah. If that sun decides to come out, it's going to get hot.
Yeah. Guess what I'm going to be doing?
I imagine it's got something to do with them big red balls you're putting in that pan.
Yep. I'll be babysitting my saw, so I'll be out of order for a few hours.
All right, well, for real, if you don't need me to do nothing, I think that's what I'm going to go do.
Unless you want to help me tote my onions and stuff up here.
Well, I'll help you do that, and then we'll...
Because I need to get those. I need to do that.
Okay.
And I need to go down there and get some for my sauce anyway, so I thought it would be a good time just to, might as well just...
Well, you want to go get them right now?
Bring them on. Let me get this. I'm almost done cutting my tomatoes. I'll be ready.
10-4.
I love it when stuff works out like that. So I use my big pot as my... This is my measuring cup. I usually, when I'm making my pasta sauce, tomato sauce, whatever you want to call it, this is how I measure my tomatoes. Usually I want enough to fill my pot up. And you might have saw me squeezing them as I put them in there. That puts juice on the bottom, so as these start to cook, the skin and stuff's not sticking to the bottom, and it keeps me from watering down my tomato sauce. So we just make it in its own juice. So we'll let those start cooking down. I'll put that on like low, medium.
Ain't them zinnias pretty?
They're very pretty. I really like the two-tone ones.
Yeah, they're pretty. Well, to the former greenhouse, now aka the drying house.
Yep. I'll just set these right here. There ain't enough room for both of us.
Well, hand some out to me and I'll use my scissors on my knife.
Okay. what we're gonna do is, so we lay our onions in here to cure. It's probably not the ideal situation, but it works. And actually, I've left them in here all winter, but they get a little cooked, I think. Like, if you leave them in here too long, they get too dry. So I'm gonna take these in the house, but you can see the skin's dry on them, and we're just gonna
Ain't that pretty?
cut that kind of high there. And there it is.
You need to take the roots or anything off, or you just want to leave them?
I'll cut them off when I cook it.
Okay. Let me feel that.
That's a nice
Wow, that's still just nice and solid too.
These are some of the best. This is the best onion year we've had, and we had a neighbor stop last night. Just stop, say hey, and we got to talking, or him and Andy got to talking, and we've all been fussing about them
onion maggots.
Yeah, and none of us had them this year.
Nope. He
So-
said he had the best crop of onions he's ever had too. So, maybe those onions maggots went back wherever they came from. Hand me a couple out. Here, let me reach in and grab one.
There you go. Just make sure you fill of them. I don't want no rotten onions in the house. This also, it gives them a chance to rot.
Look at that. That's like a store-bought onion.
It is. It's beautiful. Beautiful. That's all right. I think it just grows, buddy.
I can't keep a hold of them where they got all that loose skin on.
Well, it's all right. Some of it comes off. Just don't, like, intentionally go to peeling it off.
I messed up. That right there fell out of my hand. It's got a crack in it now.
All right, I'll put it in my sauce. So set it somewhere, like set it somewhere we can.
All right, well, we'll set it there and we'll put it on top.
Yeah, it can go in my spaghetti sauce. It'll be fine. Be easy with my stuff.
I'm trying. That's pretty. Hand me some more.
Easy.
You gonna put these in your baskets?
Yeah, I'll put them in the baskets in the kitchen.
Nah, that ain't no count. Shoot, that and stunk.
Yep, yeah, it's better than stinking in the house.
That's right.
Oh, there's a petrified butterfly in here.
It is.
Yeah, bless his heart.
Wonder how that happened.
Because the garlic's already cut.
Yeah, I think I cut it when I dug it. Navigate the junk hole.
Ain't enough room in here to cuss a cat.
Ain't that the truth?
I don't know how much room that takes, do you?
To cuss a cat. It can't take much room. Yeah, that's all the rotten ones there.
Well, okay, that ain't too bad. 4 rotten ones, 4 rotted out of them, so
Yeah, that's a pretty good looking bunch of onions.
yeah.
You know, since those done so well for us this year, next year I may do a little
Plant
more.
We'll see how they keep once I put them in the kitchen. That's
Okay.
another
Yeah,
factor.
because if you can't use them up quick enough before they go bad, then they ain't doing you no
Ain't
good
no
no
use to
way.
plant that many anyway.
Yep.
But I mean now, and also, I mean, you see this here, but I have used actually several
That's
of
garlic.
them.
Have
I've
you?
used a lot of them.
Was
We
it
didn't
stout?
plant much garlic this year. Usually we have a lot more garlic than that, but we've had such issues the last 2 years with them minor things and the garlic not keeping and not doing well. This year we said to heck with it. We was just gonna plant a little bit, and well,
It turned out good.
turned out good.
So nothing changes. This year, which it'll be time before we know it.
About October.
Yeah.
Middle
to end October, ain't it?
Yeah.
But I think this year we'll go back to normal and plant quite a bit of garlic. And we'll probably have that same problem next year where the stuff gets in it again. But either way, at least we'll try. Y'all, right there is where I got my love of mowing from. That's my mama. And she mows every single day of the week. I mean, all the time, all summer long, she's mowing. She mows so much grass around this place, it's insane. And the funny part is you'll hear her fuss about it all the time, but I have a feeling she likes it. Anyways, this is what I've come down here to work on. This is, in case you haven't been around long enough to remember, this is Daddy's old D6. It is a B, not a C. Caterpillar bulldozer that we've been working on. We ended up having to rebuild the water pump, put a radiator in it, a couple of other things. I have serviced it pretty much from one end to the other, changed all the oils, all that good stuff. And quite frankly, lately I just ain't had time to do the finishing touches. I need to get that belly pan right there back underneath, and the grill's got to be put in, and then right here that other belly pan goes across the bottom of the radiator there. So my plan for this, just I think to make it easier, I had the belly pans off of it so I could wash it and clean everything out. But I think to make it easier on myself, I'm going to see if it'll fire up. It's been a while since it was ran. The batteries may be dead, and so that plan may not work. But I'm going to try to fire it up, and I'm going to lay the belly pan, that big one there, I'm going to lay it down underneath the bulldozer, or lay it down out here on the ground, put it on a jack, and then drive the bulldozer back over top of it. And that way, all I've got to do is jack it up and put it where it goes. At least, that's kind of how I think it's going to work. I don't know if that is how it's going to work.
is cooked down and pretty sloppy. Gotta get it. I gotta get it all ground up. Y'all know, like me and Andy were talking about earlier in the video, we're in the full-blown thick of summer garden vegetables coming in. And I know there are people that watch these videos and say, Megan, how do you do it all? Let me tell y'all something. I don't do it all. There are certain people, if they come in my house right now, they probably turn around and leave. There is vegetables sitting everywhere. My canner, I have a really small kitchen in a small house. And if you're new around here, you may have probably not heard me say that, but we do. We live in a small house and not a lot of storage. My canner lives in here this time of year. I don't have anywhere good to put it. My counters are full of produce and jars. I try to get me a good load before I take them down to the basement. Jars. I've got a bowl of figs sitting right there. I've got containers sitting right there waiting on the cantaloupe to go in, so on and so forth. And if that's your kitchen this time of year, it's all right. Some of this housework, sometimes it just has to wait. It just has to wait. And you know, we've all got clean clothes, clean sheets. I keep my cooking station clean before I cook, but other than that, the rest of the house is free game. And luckily these days I do have some help with that, but it's just this time of year. It's just this time of year. I swear I think I can sweep this floor right here 5 times a day and still get the dustpan full. It feels like I'm being a little dramatic, but still, it just but what a blessing. What a blessing to be able to have all this food to do this with and to be able to do it. That's what I think about. Anytime when I get overwhelmed with stuff, especially like, I have to remind myself this, especially with the dishes. How lucky am I to have non-stop dishes from being able to be with my family every day, cook 3 meals a day, feed healthy children and a healthy family. How lucky am I? When the dishes start getting overwhelming or all that there is to do, I remind myself of that, because how lucky am I to get to put up food for the winter to feed my family. Now, who knows if any of us will make it that far. Nobody knows, of course, but when you get overwhelmed, you feel like you're drowning, try to find that silver lining. It's in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere.
All right, there's that. Set the belly pan on the floor jack on plywood so it'll be easy to roll around. And now we're gonna see if this thing will fire up so I can move it. Can't believe there ain't no bee's nest under that. So y'all, if this thing operates like it should and doesn't give us any more problems, first thing I'm getting, and I've done looked them up online, I'm buying the seat kit for it, because currently this is the most uncomfortable thing ever to sit in. And yes, even though it's 25,000 degrees out here, still have to preheat this thing. I just hope it's got enough juice to start. Come on. Oh no. That don't sound good. It's been If I'm not mistaken, it's been about 2 months. Come on, come on. I don't believe I got enough juice. I'm gonna have to put the battery chargers on this thing. Oh! She wants to go. I just knowed I was gonna have to put the battery chargers on it. I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes just so it can run, and then I'll move it.
My sauce is about to the thickness I'm looking for. We'll let that cook down and get nice and thick here. So while we're waiting on that to finish up before we get any further, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Backwoods Home Magazine. Now, y'all have heard us speak of them in the past, and I do want to thank them not only for supporting us for this video and sponsoring this video, but they've been big supporters of our channel for going on a year and a half, maybe a little longer than that. If you've never heard of Backwoods Home, it's a magazine that teaches a lot about growing food, preserving food, cooking food, raising livestock, becoming a little more self-reliant, DIY projects, the list just goes on. You have Backwoods Home Magazine, and you've got Self-Reliance Magazine. This is their sister magazine. So Backwoods Home is actually something, it goes right along with what we show here on the channel. And if you enjoy our channel and are looking for some pretty good reading material, mine has, look at this, it has been used. But if you're looking for good reading material and you enjoy what we do here on the channel, which is a little of this and that and everything, I know you're going to enjoy these magazines. It's a quarterly magazine that you'll get 4 magazines a year, and they go right along with the seasons. I like having some paper in my hands. I'm not a fan. I'm thankful for Google, but I've always been, I like to have it in my hands and knowing that if the power goes out or the internet's out or whatever, I break my phone, that I can still find the information that I'm looking for. And there's a lot of old magazines that I've kept from years ago because we've read them forever. And I like that if I find a good article, like there's in this particular one, there are several pages here all about blueberries, from growing them to preserving them. This article goes all the way through it, and guess what I can do? I can fold that page down right there. That way I know I'm gonna come back to it and read it later, and I will, if I look at it next year, it'll still be there. So anyways, like I said, I so appreciate them being continued supporters of our channel here, and thank them for sponsoring today's video. If y'all want 50% off your subscription to one or the other or both magazines, then I'll have a link down in the description, and there's always a link over on our website under the things we use, I think is what it's called. You'll find it there. If you go through our link, you'll get 50% off your subscription. And I know not everybody's different, but I know most of you anyway will enjoy it.
So you remember I said I couldn't believe there wasn't a bee's nest up in that cap on the exhaust? Guess what? There's a bee's nest somewhere. Y'all see them flying? Them yellow jackets too. That sucks. Wonder where they're coming from. That ain't good, because yellow jackets are very aggressive bees. I'm about scared to get back on the thing just to move it. But I definitely ain't getting under it and working with a yellow jacket's nest in there, that's for sure. Huh. I had to figure out what I'm going to do here. They're definitely not on this side. The nest has got to be on this side somewhere. But they've calmed down now and I don't see them flying that much. I'm sure when I go back to move it, they're going to go right back to flying. There's so many nooks and crannies though on this thing, there's no telling where that nest is at. Y'all do me a favor and look down in there and see if you can figure out where that nest is. I've not made them really mad yet, but they're definitely somewhere in this area right here, up behind that frame wall. I'm gonna have to do some looking and watching and try to figure out where they're coming from. I hope it's in a location where I can kill them. But I'm not gonna try to kill them today. I'll have to wait till the night when they all go back into their nest. But well, apparently it wasn't meant for me to work on the bulldozer today, was it? But I'm about positive. And that don't make much sense, but I think I just seen one of them go in that pile of dirt right there. I'm gonna get a little bit brave here and poke at it. I'm not allergic to bees or anything like that. I don't want to get stung, but I'm gonna attempt to make them mad so I can see if that's where they are. What in this world? I see one flying, but I don't know where he's coming from. It's in this track right here somewhere. There they go. Yeah, I'm making them mad now. Can y'all see them? All right. Whoop. So I really narrowed it down that time. They're back on the back side of that track. I'm not gonna get too close here, but I know y'all can see them flying around. Somewhere on the backside of that track, they got a nest. And that's right under there where I need to be working, because that belly pan goes right in there behind them. There is no way in this world I'm about to get underneath the bulldozer where I can't get away from them and trying to put a belly pan on. Y'all, I love bees. I do. I'll tolerate wasps, I'll even tolerate hornets and Japanese hornets and all that. But yellow jackets, them things ain't nothing but the devil come here on earth to terrorize us. They build nests in some of the most inconvenient places ever. I have been tore up by yellow jackets so many times in the past. Them things will build nests in the ground, they'll build nests in the bushes, they'll build nests anywhere, and they're always where you don't expect them to be. I can't stand yellow jackets, and I try not to kill anything that ain't hurting me. But this one's definitely one that's going to have to get taken care of. Well, I guess at least y'all got to see the bulldozer move. I'm a little disappointed about that, but I don't care anything about getting bee stung, so I'm not getting under there with them. Look at them sorry little devils flying around right there. I still ain't figured it out yet. They're coming in and out of the dirt that's packed under there. Surely they ain't built a nest in the dirt. It's got to be up in that track somewhere. Or in that track frame, I mean. Well, I guess I'm going back to the house because that's it. I can't do nothing else on this right now.
All right, let's get this stuff jarred up. Y'all can see the texture up there, and if you're looking for the full recipe and video and all that, which I'll post the recipe in the description of this video, as long as I don't forget. But I also have a full how-to videos, actually several of them floating around the YouTube world. But I enjoy having my own seasoned tomato sauce. I mean, it really takes your food to the next level, you know. It's just like anything else. It's got store-bought beaten all to pieces. And it's convenient because now it's already made and I can just pop open a jar when I'm ready to make spaghetti or lasagna, or I make veal parmesan, but minus the veal, I do it with pork. All those things. I also found if I use this in replace of tomato sauce when I'm making Mexican rice, it's great. So, all kind of uses. And you see some of the tomato skins and stuff in it. I don't bother with peeling my tomatoes. That's just a personal preference, though. So this is an angle y'all are not used to seeing, but these are my baskets. I've got one here and one over by the big kitchen window that y'all see me in front of all the time where the sink is. So this is where I will store onions and garlic. I've put onions in them before. I've not done long-term storage in the baskets, but I've done long-term storage in the house. So I think they'll be fine. They don't keep well in my basement. Mine, it just stays a little too damp down there, I think, for the onions liking. So I have to keep my onions up in the house. But let's go ahead and put some, let's start filling her up. So I got these off of Amazon. I believe the links to them are on my website. I think. I guess the worst part of them is this stuff can fall down through them. So like while I'm putting these in here, there's going to be like dirt falling off of them or the skins or something getting down on the floor. But I mean, Ain't no big deal. My favorite way to decorate my kitchen, of course I love like decor, kind of, sort of, I guess you'd call it. But I like decorating it with stuff like this, with natural stuff that also serves a purpose, especially since I've got such a small space to work with. What better way to decorate it? Now this bottom basket I can reach from the ground. And what I'll do is they'll just slowly make their way down. Alright, there's the onions. Now I don't know what y'all think, but I think that's just plumb cute, ain't it? And you can see where I get from this angle. Over there's where I'm usually at. It must be my juice. Yeah, there's my sauce. There we go. There's the spaghetti sauce for today. I've been working on this for now 6 hours from the time I started cutting up tomatoes. 6 or 7 hours. It's the most time-consuming thing I do. But it's pretty satisfying. It uses a lot of tomatoes. It's delicious. So if you got time to make it, then it's a good thing to add to your list.
Well,
I guess that's about time to call it a day, ain't it?
yep, we getting ready to go tackle some bees. It's almost dark. Getting pretty close.
So they should be fixing to go to bed.
Yeah,
Or
hopefully
in the
anyways. Hopefully, you know. If you don't know, you fight bees at nighttime because they all go to the hive and they sleep and they're not near as aggressive after dark.
Yeah.
They're still going to be pretty aggressive, but hopefully we can knock them out.
So you can get back to work on the bulldozer.
Maybe I can finish it tomorrow, I hope anyways. That's my plan. So.
But anyways, guys, thank you so much for spending some of your time with us today. We sure appreciate each and every one of you. Until we see y'all on the next one.
Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one.
They're in that cover somewhere. See them flying?
Yep, I do see them. Maggie, you better get ready to run.
Where they at? I don't see no nest.
Are they on the other side? One tried attacking. See, these guys can do that.